Being on the water, that's the whole thing. In the city here, it's such a great release. I thoroughly enjoy being on the water. Yeah. You know, growing up as a kid, we used to sleep on the boats at night. My grandfather's place that he had long before I was born. We spent all of our summers out there, and always outside. Sleeping on the boats was a big treat.
Classic Harborline is a fleet of classic turn-of-the-century style yachts at Chelsea Piers in New York City. We run ticketed events, private charters. We also have an operation in Newport, Rhode Island, and one in Key West.
Sarah's the one who was sharp enough to point us in the direction of Zurv that I was opposed to for quite some time. It took a little work to get me going. You know, it was very short-sighted. We've experienced doing everything ourselves, and it took a while to realize that you know, to be a real business, you need to have partners, and to not lay claim to every penny that's coming in. It's counterproductive. It didn't not only not compromise our income, but it certainly increased it well above anything we would have been able to do on our own.
When we first started, it was pretty standard. We had a ticket booth and we had one sailboat with a schedule we were hoping to do, and our schedule involved doing 2 to 4 trips a day.
Well, I can't say that we were really having problems. I mean, things were going well, and that's part of the problem, is that things are going well. Well, you know, how much better are they going to go? Well, they went a lot better.
The season we started with Zurv, we were taking about 10,000 people out, and we had just one boat. Within 3.5 years, we were up to running 4 different boats and taking about 60,000 people out. Running and operating this whole business with about 5 times as many people.
Zurv is an enabler. It's enabled us to do a lot more with less on a relative basis.
In 2005, back in the days, we got walk-ups, some phone calls, and I remember these like really dinosaur, you know, programs where people were trying to do some online sales. And we started with Zurv, late September, tested it out. We were excited to do it then, I remember, because we were building this boat, the Manhattan, and she was starting in 2006, and I was already a little nervous about how we were going to manage. It went so well end of 2005. We definitely were signed on to use it in 2006. That winter, we were already selling tickets online with Zurv, you know, while we weren't even having the boats here. It was great. In our Newport location, we had one schooner, Adirondack 2, and we had them sign up using Zurv. It was great. Going into the next year, we said, let's get another schooner. So that was 2007. We had 3 boats running here. And we are building another boat. So, oh yeah, and while we were doing that, we started an operation in Key West for this other boat. So, yeah, we've grown a lot.
It is a success. We're very pleased. The consistency is absolute. We've never had an issue. There has never, in our 5 years experience with Zurv, that a payment has ever been delayed. It is always right on time. You're not waiting for checks. Everything is done with bank transfers. They do not screw up. They just don't. It's incredibly well run. They've been great, no question about it.
I had really no clue about what it was at first. I thought they just wanted to help us with a phone system, literally. And when they actually showed me their product and I sat down with them, I saw that this was much more than that. I used to think we are running boats, but we are also really running an internet business. Zurv spends a lot of time getting to know your business. They're really prepared with any type of question that comes up. They're going to know all the details about this boat, and also the very mundane, repetitive pieces of communication about location, about ticket price, about our schedule, about inclusions, you know, what if it's cold, what if it's raining, that has just been taken care of. So the calls that we work on taking in our main office are calls on, you know, sales and marketing and the future and new events and growth.
There is a control factor going on that you just hate to, you know, are we going to let somebody else to talk to our customers and sell them on our trips? We can do that better than anybody else. Well, it turns out that you really can't.
It was in mid-September when we started selling tickets online through Zurv. It wasn't like it took a while for people to figure it out. It didn't take a while. I mean, within a day, we'd wake up and we're like, wow, all these tickets sold and we have to do anything. So it happened really quickly. We were really excited about it and we just watched it, and people started showing up with their Zurv tickets. At the same time, we were kind of doing things our old way on top of it because we weren't sure how it was going to go. So we were doing sort of a double duty for the first week, and after that we're like, psh, forget it. This is working just fine, you know. And Zurv said, well, do you want more people coming to your site? And I listened, and I learned a lot of cool things about search engine optimization, or SEO as we call it now. And we did a makeover of our whole site. They helped me actually get our site, you know, perfectly articulated to optimize our search results. Before Zurv, it was like caveman days. Now I am the wave of the future. They know what best practices are, and they're coaching me while we're growing and while times are changing on what we need to be doing to be like the best site out there for what we do. The reviews are a huge resource. People see that we are well received, and we've been doing this since 2006. When you come to our site and you see that our site is nice, cool, but we also have 3,000 reviews, unedited reviews from people that have experienced our product. You can read through them and you can see that most of them are pretty positive, some are not so great. The fact that we have some that are not so great in there means that these are real reviews. They're a huge deal, not only to like help us sell the event, but to help us like make the event better. Maybe there's a problem with the event. Maybe the people we have working here on that particular trip weren't so great. And some events, you know, based on reviews, we don't run anymore. Some of them we change to make them right.
It's given us more control. I mean, knowledge is control, and we have a much greater knowledge of what's going on and how it's going on, why it's going on. It's just a great tool that provides us with the ability to prioritize things that need prioritizing. We increased the number of boats, we've increased the number of trips. Trips are a little bit higher price. We have a huge variety of trips now.
I'm doing more of what I should be doing. I should be selling charters. I should be spending a half hour on the phone talking to people about why they should buy out a whole boat. I'm giving tours on the boat. I'm working with our team more. I'm working more on development and growth rather than processing, you know, $40 and $50 tickets.
Zurv provides us with the ability to focus on what's going to help our business, make our business grow.
I knew there was a way to do things better. I just didn't know that they already knew that they could do things better, and they were standing around the corner waiting. An amazing group of people, very talented, a wide set of skills.
Zurv means that life is easier.
Zurv means you have a team, a dream team.